Hello, my amazing high achieving career women. This conversation is how to enter spring with bravery. We're going to get into seasonality and how to set goals and dreams according to the seasons today. And stay to the end, and you'll get my number one tip on being brave. Okay, so to talk about the seasons, we're leaving a time of deep rest in winter. So in winter, really intentionally, it is a time of slowing down. Our energy pauses more. We do a lot of family time and celebration, and we really are intended to rest. And the earth rests during this time. But when you come into spring, spring is the time to plant the seeds of possibility. And in those seeds, and you're seeing it right now, there's buds blooming on the trees, flowers are starting to come out and they emerge. And this happens every year. It's one of my favorite times to look around and realize there's so much possibility present. If you are not feeling that energy of possibility, this video is for you to start to understand and start to have that for yourself. Because if you're not feeling that possibility, there's a few questions that can help you start to clear out what might have been blocking you from it before. So this is my first question for you to start to enter the year and to enter spring with bravery. And first is to ask yourself, where in your life have you been giving up on possibility and on being brave? So where is in your life? It could be at work. Are you settling into a career and a job you don't really like? And now that you're back in the office, you're like, man, this is not actually the right place for me. That is possible. You could have been giving up on taking care of yourself and really loving yourself during this time. Maybe you've wanted to be deeper in self-care and prioritizing yourself. Perhaps you've been giving up on possibility around moving your body more. Perhaps you've been giving up on possibility or on the idea of like you could have the kind of relationship you really want in your life. So first, identify those areas where you've been giving up on possibility and on being brave. And then the second question to ask yourself is, what made you give up on being brave? What is it that actually stopped you in your tracks from being into possibility and seeing a future you're excited about? Fear. Could be that you were afraid and so you didn't do it. Is it worry? Maybe worry that you're not worthy of the things that you want and the relationship you want or the career that you're really excited to have. Or maybe you doubt yourself, you doubt your capacity to do it. You doubt your capacity to take that next brave step, to start to really lean into a life of possibility and energy. So checking in on what are those things that made you give up on being brave. The third step and the third question is, where in your life do you actually want to be in possibility and bravery? Where in your life is it in your own confidence, embodying confidence in yourself? Is it releasing perfectionism and actually being brave enough to make some mistakes and failure and to fail at something? Wow, that's an act of bravery. Trust is an act of bravery. Learning to trust yourself and be confident in yourself is a total act of bravery. It could be your act of bravery is around being joyful. I mean, let's face it, the world is tough these days. And sometimes being joyful is honestly the biggest revolution and that you could possibly be in yourself, and actually really more like a rebellion. So look at those areas. Where do you want to be brave in your life? And perhaps it is a more concrete thing like your career, your self-care, and the relationships with your family, with the relationships with your spouse or with your children. And then the fourth question is, if the spring goes well, in June, 3 months down the road, what will you be celebrating? What will you be so grateful for? What will you be so excited about? And maybe you did prioritize yourself this spring and you moved your body every day and you felt really balanced internally. Perhaps you were brave around making a big change or starting to take a step towards changing your career. Maybe you start dating because you are ready for that next relationship and you realize it's time to be brave and put yourself out there. So what is it that you will be celebrating by June? Identify that so that you know where you want to put those seeds of possibility. When you've done all those things, share it below, hit like, let us know and reply back, because this is how we start to get accountable into what it is you're wanting to create, is by sharing it and saying it out loud. Okay, I promised you my number one tip for being brave. This is it. This is the last tip. This is the most important tip, is to look around and to ask for help. Ask for help from somebody who's walked the pathway that you want to walk and they've done it before. Friends are beautiful. Friends are awesome. Friends are not people who are really in a position to share that with you. Friends are like the place you confide, you hang out, you catch up. Ask for help from people who've walked a pathway that you are curious about walking, that you want to walk. I have tons of mentors, both in like the energy work that I teach, in my coaching world, in my business. I have people who've walked these pathways, and I go to them because I ask for help from them. So if that's something you're looking around for, know that there's lots of help, whether it's me or somebody else, that there are people out there who can help you get into that next stage and that next step. And so know that, trust it, start to look around. I find for so many women, we're in this pattern and this conditioning that we think that asking for help is weak. And in fact, asking for help is a sign of strength and resilience. And it is a sign that we can actually have things happen faster than we think. If you want to take the fast road, get help. I promise you, it's so much faster to get help than it is to struggle on your own and to do it alone. All right. Thank you all so much for being here. Hit like, subscribe to my channel for more tips every week. And check out below. I have a Brave online series that's happening March 21 to 30th. Check that out. Link is in the box. All right. Have an awesome day. I'll see y'all soon.